Hello everyone, welcome to Final Fantasy XIV, or welcome back I should say. I made a slight change to my audio setup. I'm hoping that it will be utterly transparent, that you should not notice it at all. If I am wrong, then please do speak up about it. It's just trying to make it a little more comfortable for me. Anyway, we are here in this place, in Fallguard Float, in the Shroud. But I don't want to be here. I think that we have been neglecting a few things. Actually, what is that in my inventory? It's a white item. These were some things I took out of my my armory chest because it's getting a bit full. And we're going to fill it up yet again, I think, because it is time. It's time for us to learn how to cook. We've been putting it off, but that's our last trade skill. And we need to get that started. So we're back to Limsa. We can be a sous chef, which basically means you're only allowed to chop vegetables. So, to the Culinarian's Guild. Teach me to cook. As you are doubtless aware, Limsa has long been the gastronomic capital of Eorzea. The city's rich culinary tradition is the product of a unique combination of factors. The first is our proximity to the fertile land and plentiful seas of Vilbrand, which has ever yielded a bounteous produce. The second is our standing as the realm's foremost trading port, which grants us access not only to exotic ingredients from faraway shores, but also to foreign merchants versed in their use. We are, in short, the beneficiaries of culinary knowledge from every corner of the world. Until recently, knowledge of this kind was passed on solely through the word of mouth, and was therefore susceptible to corruption and loss. But that all changed when one man made it his mission to catalog every recipe of note. His name was Admiral Gwalskif Bydvensim, also known as Mast Cleaver. The man's love of fine cuisine was such that at sea he would regularly spend as much time preparing meals in the galley as giving commands on the bridge. It was none other than he who founded the Culinarian's Guild and codified the cooking methodology. Today the guild carries on Baldvinsen's legacy, though the scope of our endeavors has expanded significantly. Not content with simply preserving existing recipes, we labor tirelessly to devise wholly novel culinary creations with which to delight the senses. To this end, our doors are open to folk from all walks of life, including adventurers such as yourself. One may liken our guild to a great pot of stew, each member to an ingredient imparting a unique flavor. As with every dish, adding ingredients willy-nilly is certain to spoil the taste. Before you may take your place in the pot, you must be deemed a worthwhile addition by the guildmaster. Oh, I have to talk to you again. Do I have the resolve to walk the path of the Culinarian? That I do. Well met, Venture. I take it you want to join our guild. Let's have a look at you. What's an underfed whelp like you know about cooking? Judging by them scrawny arms of yours, you struggle to lift a spoon, never mind a skillet. I jest. It don't take muscle to be a culinarian. Elves don't even take talent, at least not its own. No, lass, more than anything else, becoming a good cook boils down to passion. If you got that, there ain't nothing you can't achieve. Have you got it? I have the passion to become an amazing chef. That's the spirit. Your passion for the culinary arts is plain to see. And you'll be needing every bit of it if you want to become a master culinarian. If mastery was a 12-course dinner, I'd hardly have finished the soup. Make no mistake, our trade's as tough as old mutton, and passion's the only thing what gets us through the Grizzly bits. Gristly. But enough talk. What do you call yourself? Well then, yea. Welcome to the guild. To mark the occasion, I present you with your very own skillet. Ain't much to look at, but it'll more than serve a novice like yourself. Let's see if you can tell which end's which. Show me you can hold a skillet. No, not pugilist. We need to make a new one. I see you're holding the skillet the right way around. Good. A culinarian lives and dies by his utensils. Get that into your head before you do aught else, or the food looks like shite and tastes worse. Let's see what you can do. For starters, make some maple syrup. Go buy stuff from the dude. There you go. We need to fix our bar. Not many more classes that we have to, well, actually there's still quite a few classes, but not many that we still have access to yet. That we'll need to do this to set them up. Okay. You're the wrong person. I need you. Not you. You. Maple syrup. Maple sap. And just go ahead and make a few more. Get some levels. Might not be ready for level 5 quest yet. We'll see. We'll see what the dude says. What in the 7 hells are you waiting for? I told you to make me maple syrup. Here you go. Maple syrup's ready, is it? About bloody time. Let's see how it tastes. This ain't bad. Flavor's alright. Consistency's nearly there. A damn sight better than a lot of novices manage. As you probably know, maple syrup's one of the most popular sweeteners around. A key ingredient in all manners of cakes and treats. What you probably didn't know is that boiling this stuff down gets you maple sugar. A different sweetener with different uses. This goes to show even the simplest ingredients can have hidden complexities. I said earlier, a culinarian lives and dies by his utensils. That's just the half of it. He also needs to know his ingredients, and that's something that only comes with experience. Keep your nose to the stove and report back when you're ripe for another task. Yeah, not quite ready. Yeah, what can we make that's easy? Oh, we can just go ahead and turn into sugar. Sure. Here, just go ahead and make a ton of them. I like how we have a little portable stove. Ooh. I should probably not craft right in front of the dude. It's rude. Nope. Next quest. You come at a good time. Just so happens I need your help with something. Look at that outfit that dude's wearing. That's a spiffy looking outfit. I like it. We'll work our way into that. One of our chefs buggered up an order a bit too long ago, and he's been down in the dumps ever since. Ingham, his name is. Going to guild a few moons before you did. Determined, but don't take failure too well. We can't have him crying into his soup, playing havoc with the seasoning, so I want you to try to cheer him up. It's not like a good meal to take a man's mind off his many failings. Nice bit of grilled trout. The main ingredient can be purchased from the dude? Grilled trout. There it is. Princess trout and table salt. And I craft table salt from rock salt. Make sense? Here, make some salt for me. Six pinches of salt from a single one. Yeah, 1 to 6. Well, I probably don't need that many here. Let's just make sure they're all high. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's make sure that we have some high quality ones. Might as well. It's easy. Care at the beginning and all. The salt must be perfect. Alright, and it said the Hyalin. You're Jossie. Maybe you have it though? Trout? No, you don't have trout. Is there a... It doesn't say where to get it. It just said, it said the word Hyalin. Is there someone else around here that sells things? Well, okay, if we were just to fish it up ourselves, what is it we need exactly? A princess trout. So it's in inland lakes, and it's on this river. Is it not in actual Monoskia itself? Is it not in Limsa? Apparently, I've never actually tried to get it in Limsa. Looks like no. Harbor herrings are the ones that are here. Okay, well that's fine. We can just go ahead and grab and fish one up real quick. I'm sure there must be something I'm missing. Alright, so look at our release list. And get rid of that one. That's it. That's good to fill in some data. I remember seeing someone else stand just in this river just like I am. There we go, a princess trout. And we got 10,000 gil for catching that fish. Let's go ahead and just fish for a bit and just try to fill in the rest of the slots on the list. A Lenoskian perch. Go ahead and throw that back. I kind of wish there was something in the tooltip that would tell me whether I could craft something with it. Or even what it crafts into. That would be convenient. That's a big fish. I don't think I want to catch that one. A dwarf catfish, that's a new one. We don't need it, so release. A crayfish. Again, don't need it. So how's that? Did that fill in our release list? Yeah, we still just have this last one. The last one always has special conditions, right? But I think we're good. Like you have to catch it during the rain, or I don't know. During certain weather, at certain times. Dun, 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 dun. Now we do have a fishing quest we could turn in right now. Why don't we do that? Might as well. Hello? You truly fish trout using fake food. For all the fish know, the lure might as well be alive. Yea, skillfully use them to catch these tasty tasties. You see, Chucharon, deception lies at the heart of fishing. Yes, yes, lies lie at the heart of fishing. Chucharoon is no fool. Chucharoon a fool fish. Precisely. I trust you managed to guide you to the path of self-sufficient fishing. That was only our level 20 quest. We could do another one. Let's at least learn what it is. You're familiar with the Culinarian Guild, aren't you? If you couldn't tell by its supercilious name, their members are a finicky bunch, particularly the fussy master Lingsa. When he comes asking for shadow catfish, no other fish will do. Even if I kindly explain that fishing one out involves an arduous journey to Failgourd Float. Okay, well we have to go that way anyway. This will require a bit of fish wheeling, if you know what I mean. Though I imagine you do not, as I just invented the term. It means recasting a fish you've already caught. You mean mooching. In my wisdom, I have deemed that your fishing prowess, landfaring acumen, and physical presence directly in front of me qualify you as the ideal candidate for the job. You'll be more than amply capable of fish wheeling. Use crayfish balls to catch a goby, then recast that to catch the catfish. Take it from the inventor of fish wheeling. Since the striped goby will become your lure, you'll want to catch the biggest, shiniest one you can find. A long journey lies ahead of you, and I fear the guild will not be the same in your absence. Alright, well, we'll do that later. Back to Culinarians. Bum, bum. Here you go, dude. Have some trout. A grilled trout? For me? I am quite fond of the dish, but what have I done to deserve it? Just trying to cheer you up, man. The guildmaster thought I would cheer me up, you say. Well-meaning though he may be, food is not the solution to every woe. But come, let us see your handiwork. It's my duty as your senior to give you counsel. Surely not. You made this? Truly, the aroma? It's delightful. And the skin, ever so slightly charred, just as it should be. Well, save me, the thought of sinking my teeth into that crispy layer and tasting the tender flesh beneath. Oh, Beg pardons, as I was saying, this is quite impressive. In fact, I doubt even the guildmaster would be able to fault it. Trust me, I know. But I don't understand. You've scarcely been here long enough to learn syrup making, and you're already capable of making this? Do you know how long it took me to achieve the same? 6 bleeding moons! Am I so utterly devoid of talent? No, I'll not be outdone by a mere novice. I refuse to be outdone. My apologies. Thank you for the trout. And I would have you accept this knife from me. Use it in conjunction with your skillet, and your cooking experience will be much enhanced. Do not mistake it for a gift. It's payment for the trout, nothing more. Unfortunately, we're not quite level 10 yet. We'll have to... We'll have to just craft some random stuff. Another one of these, sure. Actually, let me look at that. We have to extract these. Is there anything I can change? Can I equip that knife now? Yeah. I'm sure there's something I can craft just from stuff that they have. So this just needs beehive chips. Oh, I thought I was 2. It's 3. Whatever. I like how apparently we're slicing away at a beehive in order to get honey out of it. I'll go with it. Done. After all, we're kind of a sous chef, which basically means we're only allowed to cut up vegetables. Cinderfoot olives. Can we make that? Or beans. Kukuru beans or cinderfoot olives. Actually, it'll just tell me, right? Whether it's purchased. Yeah, 16. But this only needs 2. And they sell for 12. So, hey. Kukuru beans! I should probably, you know, while I'm making food, actually eat something. Oops. I want to extract. And this is actually a bit of momentous. This is our last crafting class. So anything that we level past, and every other class is leveled past, we can just discard. We'll need to keep an eye out for that. Alright, next quest. Fine timing. I need your help. Remember Ingham? Well, your grilled trout did wonders for his motivation. Lad's been working his arse off ever since. At any rate, I thought I'd give him a chance to prove himself with a big order for delivery. Looks like he might have bit off a bit more than he can chew. Everything he's made to me satisfaction. The problem being what he's not made. And I ain't talking about a missing toil, nor a stray crouton. I'm talking about the bleeding main course, a grilled dodo. So I'd be much obliged if you could whip up 2 servings in his stead. Garlic and salt into a piece of dodo tenderloin. Here's grilled dodo. So it needs guardian, garlic, and dodo tenderloin. Let's see if we can buy into that. Yeah, expensive. And guardian, garlic. There it is. Go ahead and just craft a whole bunch of them. Here you go, dude. The guildmaster has entrusted me with the preparation of a sizable order. If you don't mind, I need to get back to work. I'm helping out. You brought me 2 servings of grilled dodo? What do you propose I do with? The main course. How could I have forgotten the main bloody course? It's far too late to start preparing now. Your grilled dodo will have to do. I only hope the quality of the other courses and the accompaniments compensates for. By the 12, you cooked these? The golden brown hue, tantalizing the eyes from betwixt a perfect diamond pattern of griddle lines. The surface is seared to perfection, over a hot fire to seal in the juices, just as the guildmaster teaches. This irresistible aroma, just enough garlic to balance the dodo's garny richness, but not so much as to overwhelm the palate. Beg pardons, as I was saying, this is impressive. Grilled dodo may seem a simple dish, but therein lies the rub. If one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong. I could not have produced anything near this standard. God's damn it, I practice every day and night in order to improve my skills, only to botch my largest order ever. And then you come along and save the day. You, of all bloody people. What have I done to deserve this? Suffice to say, I am not pleased with how things have turned out. But you've done me a kindness, and I always repay my debts. Listen well, I will share with you information that should prove to your profit. You know what guild leaves are? Yeah, I'm aware of them. Alright, let's craft some more random stuff. Lavender, all that needs. Can I buy that? No. These recipes are complex. Oh, nothing immediately obvious. Well, where can we farm lavender? We've been branched in Central Trout. Or I could just go down a level and see if there's anything here I can get. That's purchasable. And so is mineral water? Maybe? Yeah, mineral water right here. Cheap. Perfect. The milk is here too. What was the other thing? It was... I don't remember. Sunset wheat flour. That's wheat. Wheat flour. Do I craft that from sunset wheat? Yeah, okay. Perfect! It's cheap too. Just grab a bunch. Now, I realize that I am apparently making flour from wheat by hand, which seems a little curious, but that's okay. So 4 becomes 3. Interesting. The scale of it. There you go. Pie dough. Easy to make. Dun, dun, dun. Oh wow, 6. Okay. We're gonna have a ton of pie dough after this. Use high quality ingredients. That's going to get us just to level 15. So veneration goes here. And waste not goes there. I think I'm keeping things consistent. Okay. If it ain't young Ye, judging by the burns on your hands, you've been working hard at your cooking. Good on you. You're an inspiration to your peers, especially Ingham. He's been working like a man possessed since that business with the grilled dodo. Not that it's made much difference. Truth be told, I'm convinced he's made a piggier of things again. He hasn't told me as much, mind, but it's writ plain on his face. I've tried to prise the story out of him, to see if there's aught I can do. But he bites his tongue when I'm around. I was thinking, might as he'd open up to one of his peers, and seeing as how you've had such an effect on him, I reckon you might be just the last for the job. Do us a favor and coax the story out of him, would you? And lend him a hand if you need one. What did you do wrong this time, then? You again! What have you come for this time? Oh, I see. The Guildmaster has you spying on me now. He thinks I'm incompetent and can't be trusted to do my own work. Who am I fooling? If Master Lingseth thinks I'm incompetent, it's because I am. With me, it's one bungled order after another. It shames me to reveal this to you, of all people, but I've offended one of the Bismarck's regulars. The man, Matty Magma is his name, Maga, has a soft spot for meat kebabs, and so I thought I'd impress him with a complimentary skewer, only to have his expression turn sour the instant he took a bite. I'll never forget the steel in his voice when he said he would have words with the management. I meant to add luster to the Bismarck's proud reputation. Instead, I tarnished it. I want to set things right, but I don't know how. Mate Maga's still out on the terrace, but I just can't bear facing him again. Not this soon. What am I to do? Matty, where are you? I am so sorry that your order did not turn out the way you wanted it to be. No, I shan't be ordering anything else. I see you're still here. Let me guess, you come to apologize on behalf of the sorry excuse for a chef who made that god-awful meat kebab. I'm afraid the damage has been done. I've been served second-rate food at the Bismarck. It's only right that the man responsible should be dismissed, and I mean to see to it that he is. Do not mistake my intention. I do this solely to preserve the Bismarck's good name. Were it to become known that Lingseth was employing the services of inferior chefs, this once fine establishment will soon fall into disrepute. You've yet to speak a word, but I take it you're not pleased with my evaluation. If you would have me believe the incident was an aberration, and not, in fact, indicative of your general decline in standards, convince me with your cooking. I'll not have it said I was an unreasonable man. Make me another meat kebab, one fit for consumption this time, and I'll reconsider my stance. What is a meat kebab? Am I just not seeing it? Meat kebab. Oh, maybe it's in the middle of the list. No? There it is. Meat kebab. Needs dodo tenderloins, paprika, and ruby tomatoes. So purchasable, purchasable, purchasable. Easy. Now, what was the last thing? Ruby tomato. And salt, which we already have. Simple enough. Make a bunch more. Sir, I hope this works much better than yours. Than your previous chefs. Here it is, finally! Unless you have any objections to sample it in your kitchen. That way I can treat Lingseth to my opinion with the flavor still fresh upon my palate. It would seem you have made amends for your fellow chef's failure. This is as moist and flavorsome a meat kebab as I've ever tasted, and I've tasted more than I can count. As a matter of fact, I consider myself something of a connoisseur of this dish, and know more than a little about its preparation. Would you like me to tell you what I think your colleague did wrong? In his eagerness to seal in the meat's moisture, he left it searing for far too long, producing something akin to charcoal. Not so with your dodo. Its surface is charred just enough to be aromatic, while the middle is still moist. No, this is making me hungry. Second, your friend grilled all the ingredients together, even though tomato and paprika require far less time over the fire than meat. To your credit, you did not fall into this trap. Last but not least, your friend was too heavy on the salt. Those with underdeveloped palates may beg to differ, but it's the harmony of sweet, sour, and salty that makes a meat kebab, and yours, my friend, struck the perfect balance. Which brings me to a conclusion. I was wrong to assume the quality of your colleague's dish was indicative of a general decline. It would seem the Bismarck's reputation is in no danger. Thus reassured, I shall forget about the incident. Master Lingseth has done well to train such a capable culinarian. Continue honing your skills under his tutelage. I'm glad he liked it. But damn, yeah, I'm kind of hungry. Just the woman I was looking for. Words already reached my ears about what you got up to while I was away. To hear him tell it, you single-handedly restored Madame Iga's faith in the Bismarck. For that you have my gratitude. And Ingham's, too. I told him to thank you in person, but he's too bloody proud. Don't hold it against him. I've already forgiven the daft sod. I don't know what you heard about me, but I ain't ever been one to give none of mine the axe for buggering up a dish or three. There's no denying our patrons are important, but they ain't my reason for being here. My first duty is the training of culinarians, and even if the good name of the restaurant suffers for it, you won't see me shedding no tears. You know why? Because the people would ultimately make this place, and more than anything, it's their passion for cooking that I want to bring out. Truth be told, there's only one reason I'd send a man away, if he stopped wanting to be a culinarian. Of course, I doubt that some of this will apply to you. In the short time you've been here, you've already proven yourself more than capable. So long as you keep your nose to the stove, you're only going to get better. Well, we're only level 16. That's quite far away from the next quest. Let's see if we can find some dishes to grind. Cottage cheese needs cider vinegar and something we can purchase. Cider vinegar we can craft by getting fairy apples and mineral water. Fairy apples are not purchasable. They're gatherable in East Trout. Okay, well let's check something else out. That just needs so many things. No. More fairy apples. Maybe this. I know that the milk is purchasable. The table salt we can make easily. The butter we can probably make easily. But these walnuts. What about them? Yeah, we have to get them also. I'm thinking we should probably actually just go and farm some materials. Like, I don't think I've ever gotten stuff from here. Let's go to Quarry Mill real quick. And we'll just, farm some stuff up. One of those whale nets. There you are, the walnuts. But let's grab the other... Oh, we also need walnut logs. Oh, definitely we need to farm this place for a little bit. Here. Because that's like finding steel. This is the next raw material that we're going to need a ton of. For all our carpentry. Let's grab, say, 30 walnuts, and then we'll spend some time getting some more. 30 walnuts, and then we'll grab maybe 50, 60 logs. what should I talk about while we're farming? Let's see. What have I been up to lately? Mostly I've just been working. I guess I could talk about my job a little. So, most of my time in my job I spend working with other people now. I used to just be a programmer, but then I got promoted up to the point where I am in charge of other people now. And I spend most of my time just giving them, keeping them busy. But my job at the time, before what I'm keeping them busy doing, involves a lot of what we do is biomedical research. My company has a lot of contracts with other companies and with the government. We do a lot of work for the National Cancer Institute, for example. That's a U.S. government agency, part of the National Institute of Health. But yeah, a lot of what I do is work with phenotype data, which is the actual, the outcomes. So what we do is we support people who are trying to get papers published, trying to do research and get stuff published in various scientific journals. And we maintain several data sets. We don't do the research ourselves. Rather, we set things up we set up the data from various clinical trials so that other people can run analyses. Because, I'm just some guy with a computer science degree. I don't have the medical knowledge in order to at least the authority to actually get a paper published. But, so the kind of things that people do, and the kind of thing that my job is about, is that so there's a bunch of people, and we know information about them, and then we start following them through time, and then things happen to them. So what we're trying to do is relate the things we know about them at the start, which are the covariates, the demographics of the person, to the outcomes they experience. So this type of person is more likely to get breast cancer. This type of person is more likely to die of a heart attack, that kind of a thing. So a lot of what I do is about trying to make those outcomes and make those covariates as easy to access as possible. And a large part of the difficulty in my work is separating out knowledge, separating out a lack of knowledge from a negative outcome. So, let me put that another way. Say our outcome is breast cancer. We're trying to figure out what type of thing makes someone more likely to get breast cancer. And so we start a bunch of women through time, and we watch them over time. We look to see some of them are taller, some are heavier, some have some of the genetic traits, some are some smoke, some consume alcohol, some take aspirin, all the sorts of things. All these potential covariates. And what we're trying to figure out is trying to separate them into two groups. The ones that get breast cancer and the ones that don't. Then you can run, correlations, statistics in order to decide which of the various factors that might have caused, what kind of similarities the group that get breast cancer have. Sort of. It's a little more complicated than that. It's a stats thing. But like I said, the biggest trouble is separating out those we don't know about. I mean, if someone has breast cancer, that's pretty straightforward. They have breast cancer. If someone doesn't have breast cancer, well, is it that we know that they were breast cancer free, or do we just not know that they have breast cancer? And of course, this is something that is, one will slide into the other, or because we don't know up to the minute data on people. So, like, for example, we might get a yearly look. We might give them a phone call every single year and ask. So then we would know as of the last time we asked them. So, like, we would have to say, we know this many people up to 2010, this many people up to 2011, this many up to 2012, and so on like that. But each time, of course, it's to a dynamic date, the day we actually called them up. And that's always going to be, you know, a huge range of dates, because we don't call everyone up the same day, of course. If you have 100,000 people, you're not going to get that sort of response. And, you know, people don't... You have to, you know, ask them over time, because you're not going to get everyone to answer the first time you check with them. So really, you've got a whole bunch of time, and you divide it up into the days, basically, and you try to calculate how many people get diagnosed per days at risk. And there's always lots of issues with populations. Let me tell you a story. So, for example, we were doing a study where someone was trying to look at the impact of being treated for AIDS on getting future cancer risk. Because, of course, you know, a part of AIDS treatment is immunotherapy, which could increase your chance of getting cancer. So we had a group of 100,000 people that we'd asked in 2013. We asked them, can we look up your data in the Medicare, in the United States government's social medicine for the elderly. And among the ones that said yes, we got a good group of around 50,000 or so that actually responded. And we looked them up, and we found some people, and we got data on them all the way back to 2005. So we were looking at these people, and of course we've been looking at their cancer history too, and by separate efforts. And we found some people that were diagnosed with AIDS and being treated for it back in 2005, and that had gotten cancer after that in 2010. And this person was, you know, this was just a young guy who he had his doctorate. He wasn't, you know, a fool. He was a reasonable person who hadn't done very many of these yet. And he was so insistent that he wanted those people to be part of the study. And we kept on having to tell him, no, it doesn't work. You can't use those people because we don't have equal ascertainment of that group. I mean, sure, there might be a group of people that in 2005 had AIDS and that were diagnosed with cancer after that, and then lived. But there's another group of people that are just like them. They had the exact same comorbidities, the exact same sort of covariate data. They had AIDS in 2005, they had cancer after that, but then they died. And because they died, we were not able to ask them if we could look up their records. So there's a gap in the data if you try to look backwards in time. If you want to make it actually, you know, a good study, you need a prospective data. You need to get a status of everyone at the time where we know everyone's status. When we know that we have a cross-section of the group. So basically, you need to start time at 2013 when we ask the question. When we actually query these people and look for events after that. Anyway, it's very frustrating for people because, you know, getting cancer amongst different subgroups is rare. So you want to have all the power you can get in order to run your study. But if you start adding these groups that you don't have good ascertainment on, then you're just going to get a biased result. You're not going to actually be able to get anything that's worth publishing on. If at best it'll just be wrong. And hopefully it'll be obviously wrong, instead of just, you know, wrong and we can't tell. So yeah, that's part of my job, is setting up these cohorts, these population groups for analyses, and making it easy to compare their demographic and other genetic data, perhaps, and comparing them to outcomes for these time-based analyses. Anyway, that's probably more than you wanted to know. Let's grab 10 more logs and then we'll go. Or in practice, we'll grab 12 more. No, maybe not. Maybe we'll see what we get. We get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir. But yeah, nowadays I mostly I've got a group of 8 people, and I assign them to work on various projects as they come in. And I keep track of their progress, and when they run into trouble, I help them through it. I do quality checks on their final outcomes. It's rare that I have to do a project all by myself. And I kind of enjoy it. I enjoy seeing the young people that we hire as they grow into their responsibilities. While we're here, let's just look around to see if there's another group, another area we could be farming. Like, this is a different copse of trees. This has chocobo feathers and alligator pears. And there are some recipes that use them. Level 31 recipes. Can I see it? Maybe not, because I'm not high enough level yet. This seems far more like something we might use in weaving or carpentry. The chocobo feathers. Where were those fairy apples? They were near 9 Ivies, right? Which is near here, just to the north. Well, this isn't the right one. In fact, we've already gathered all this stuff. So let's find another group. There's the apples. Same place where you was. I'll just gather like 20 or so. Yeah, that's good enough. Alright, while we're here, let's do that fishing quest. It was right over here. Maybe that's what this part's gonna all be about. Trying to finish up these quests for these trade skills that I've kind of leveled past by doing the dailies. So, fishing. It's a shadow catfish is what we're looking for. And we need to catch one fish and then use it to catch another fish. Maiden carp, which I think I already knew about, so let's just throw that back. There's the striped goby. But it's small. We need a big one. So yeah, get rid of the small ones. An Alamegan fighting fish. That's a new one. But not one I need. Okay, let's do patience and actually get some big fish. It's a big fairy base. Bass. But not what I need. You know, I might need these for cooking. Maybe I should grab them. Mooch for an even bigger catch. Let's do it. A shadow catfish. That's not the one that they told us to get. They said to do that with a I don't remember, a striped goby, I thought. But hey, I'll take it. Back to Limsa. Limsa. Here you go. A shadow catfish. Langsith ought to crack a smile when he glimpses this beauty. They say never to look a gift fish in the mouth, but one can't help but stare at that great gaping grimace. Looks like it could swallow a person whole. I'm sure the fish of Gridania are none too displeased to see this one leave the water. I heard that Yarzans covet the meat too, sometimes migrating north and attacking fishermen in the hopes of stealing the catch. Suppose I should have warned you about that ahead of time. Still, I don't see what all the fuss is about. For all the lengths one need travel and the dangers one need brave, the fish tastes a little better than mud. Pardon me, perhaps I might persuade you to prepare them in a proper bath? Water washes off the waste you can wipe away, but the invisible vapors only vanish with vinegar. You must mind the mud you can't see. Speaking of the mud you can't see, where did you come from all of a sudden? A good guildmaster goes in and goes out a gale. Now you see me, now you don't. Actually, I think we both still see you. But that is neither here nor there. There are a few fishermen who could haul in the catch you did today. I've started to wonder how we ever got along without you. These are all new. We haven't done a quest at this level. Perfect. And we're not even ready for the next level. But this is neither here nor there. We are cooking. We're trying to be a sous chef, which basically means you're allowed to cook to only chop up vegetables. Yes, we're still there. I know. Alright. Alright, can we make some stuff? We made it. We got this for the walnut. I didn't even check to see what do I need to do to make the okay, all it needs is buffalo milk for the butter. And this also needs buffalo milk and then table salt. Salt seems like a thing we'll need commonly. Might as well just make a bunch. And there's no reason to go for low quality salt. Alright, let's buy some milk. And make some butter. Where's the butter? Oh, it's buffalo milk, not owl goat. Whoops. But this is owl goat, right? No, both of them are buffalo milk. Ooh, my bad. Oh, they're both cheap. Savoring the realm. I should probably look at the achievements and knock a few out. Like, I'm sure some are really easy, like craft a certain number of items, and we just need to actually, you know, find something we can grind. Alright, that's enough butter. So the walnut bread, we can make quite a bit of it. We need more sunseed wheat flour, I forgot. Yeah, let's go ahead and just make a ton of this. I mean, it kind of makes sense that even like high-level stuff would need, you know, flour, milk, and then like some other sort of rare ingredient. Alright. Finally, we can make some walnut bread. Okay, two things are about to pop. Let's do one more. Something else is about to pop too. I'm not that desperate for low-level material. We'll start crafting just letting them craft automatically. I just want to get a few high quality ones out of the way while we're getting good XP for this recipe. And manually crafting is better XP than quick crafting. They're probably worse XP per time. There. So that we got 3,200 for that. Let's just craft some quick synthesis then. 3,200 compared to 800. Probably worse per time also, but it's fewer clicks. And there is virtue to just something just happening automatically, that you having to stress over it. Almost 20. Oops. Missed a good proc. This is where I should confess, I don't particularly care for the taste of walnuts. Sorry, they don't appeal to me. Even though we're making all this walnut bread. Maybe I should go back to cooking dodo tenderloins. Or the fish. I could use some fish right now. Maybe I'll get a fish sandwich or something for lunch. One more. So I guess I should probably use up the rest of the ingredients. They don't sit around in my inventory. So, one more we care about, and then we'll just sit back and craft a bunch automatically. All in good taste. Oh, I can't even. I ran out of milk. Good timing. What is the next quest? And is it something we can do now, or should we just wait? Yay, been taking care of yourself last. Remember, if you ain't got your health, you ain't got nothing. Speaking of health, one of our lot ain't been her normal self of late. Divin' Dove's her name, and she's having a bit of trouble letting go, judging by the grimace she's been wearing. I told the poor woman she should just take care of herself, but she'll barely leave the kitchen for anything. Which is probably how the problem came about, now it comes to think of it. If it ain't sorted soon, I'm worried she'll burst. Do you know what a pixie plum is? It is a fruit what's native to Carthus, and just the thing to help Divin Dove's problem. But they're bitter as sin when fresh, which is why plenty of chefs don't cook with the things. Of course, what they don't know is you can get rid of the bitterness by drying them. Better still, doing so brings out the natural sweetness without affecting their other properties, giving rise to the noble treat that is the dried plum. I wouldn't have made these myself, but we ain't got no plums at the moment, and I can't very well leave my post to go get them. You need to do the procuring and the making in my stead. You can pick the plums in the wild, or you can buy some. A handful of dried plums is what we're trying to make. Here they are. All they need are pixie plums. Well, we can't go to Carthus. Where do we get those? In Upper Lenoskia. Okay. Sure. We'll just go farm some. Like I thought, this is keeping our botany quite busy. Do I have any inventory spaces left? I don't. Or just 2, it looks like. Here, we can probably sell something. Some of this food we've been making. Here, wait, before we sell it, let's eat a couple things. We can always craft most of this again. Do I need this? No. There. A whole bunch of more space. I don't remember what's here. Was this just like grade 1 material or something? Yeah, grade 1 carbonized. We don't need that. And we've been here before, we just didn't know we needed pixie plums, so we threw them away. Or maybe even we didn't. We might have them in our inventory, on our grill. I probably should check these things before I bother coming out to farm them. One thing I would like in this game is if you like, well, I guess that you have housing, but I kind of wish like you could like buy a farm somewhere, you know, like a little area where you can grow your own ingredients. That'd be fun. This guy is just running in circles. I don't know what the deal is with that. I probably don't need as many as I'm farming. Just like one. Okay, well, let's just get this and then we'll go. I guess we can always just farm make a bunch of them. Let's grab a couple more. Well, for that matter, let's just see what the thing is for today. Is it something I can? I should have done this already. Oh, it's not done yet. But I need a shadow catfish, and I know how to get one of those. Okay. And a boiled egg. When does this reset? 0 time remaining. Never mind. So it's probably just it's probably resetting as we speak. Well, if it still wants a shadow catfish, we know where to get one. Dum, bum, ba-dum. Alright, that's enough, that's enough. Culinarian. There you go. Dried plums. Go ahead and make like 50 of them. Yeah, I want to like make 150 of them. Level 21. We're turning out to be a real good chef. Of course, we're really more like a sous chef, which basically means you're only allowed to chop up vegetables. Yes, we're still there. What level are our other classes? Our other crafting classes. So 26 or 25 on Goldsmith is, no, 22 on Alchemist is the lowest. And nobody's quite 30 yet. Oh no, Armor is 30. Okay. We should go check out to see what like I don't think we did even the level 20 class for Armor. Hey, it's here. It's in Limbo. Sure. Let's do that next. But let's get Culinarian up one more time if we can. Yeah, and we have like everything is almost ready to be extracted. Let's repair before we turn quest in. So, how can we do that? I remember there's one on the aft castle near the smithing area. An independent mender. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Here, have some plums. My dodo won't need turning for a while, so I suppose I can spare a moment. Let's go to the upper floor. These are lovely. What kind of fruit did you say they were? Pixie plums? Well, I never. There isn't a hint of bitterness about them. The drying process rid some of that, you say? I had no idea. In truth, the only thing I did know about pixie plums was they're a traditional remedy for... Now look here. We've barely exchanged 2 words since you joined this guild, and yet here you are being presumptuous. What, it was the guildmaster's idea? Oh God, has the man no decency? This is an outrageous invasion of privacy. Well, what on earth are we talking about? As busy as I am, I'm not so busy as Master Lingsa, yet somehow he finds the time to look after his many charges, while I can scarcely spare a moment to look after myself. I've been working so hard, but maybe that effort is not the answer. Perhaps I just need to relax a little. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the gift. I promise to take better care of myself in the future. So, now we're 23. Is there something else we can use? We can just, use to push our way up. Some cheap recipe. This one, algoat chunks. All it needs is table salt and algoat chunks. I'm betting that this is not purchasable, but that we have a bunch, because we farmed a bunch of algoat leather. Yeah, we have 22 on our girl. This is purchasable, and we can just farm. We can make some more table salt. Alright, let's warp to the market. The market. Oh, we sold that item. Well done. So I need algoat chunks. Ooh. We might not be able to finish this. Okay. Wow, yeah, we're almost not quite able to finish it. Let's just use auto crafting for these. You know what? Auto crafting is a bad idea. We should use regular crafting and just not care about making it high quality. Or not care much about making high quality. It's because we have rare materials. Semi-rare. The whole condition system is so good. The whole normal versus good versus excellent. It makes you actually have to change what you're doing each time. You have to accommodate when things proc. So I can't just get into a sequence of pressing the same buttons over and over again. I have to pay attention and do things in slightly different orders. We're getting lucky. Even though we're consistently getting in the 60 to 80 range for quality, it tends to turn out quality. There we go. Here, just go ahead and auto-craft the rest of these. Alright, let's see what our next quest is. Great timing, gang. Just so it happens I've got a task for you that'll test your ingenuity in the kitchen. Dive Dove's looking a lot less tense thanks to your dried prunes, but she's still a bit on the pale side for my liking. Woman needs some red meat in her if you ask me, and I want you to cook it. A nice... Oh, I just made a ton of them. The thing is, Dive Dove don't much care for the meat. Owl goat's tough as leather, you see, and it's got a pretty pungent flavor to boot. Islanders just about the only folk that enjoy it. Safe to say you'll need to do some out about the texture and taste if you want Dive Dove to eat your steak. It just so happens I have, 50 or so steaks. Would you like one? You'd like my opinion on a dish? Very well. What do you have for me? Is that what I think it is? If so, I must warn you I'm not particularly fond of olive goat. My evaluation might not be the most objective, but if you insist. My word, are you certain this is olive goat? It's not chewy in the slightest. You've done a fine job tenderizing the meat. What's more, I can scarce make out the pungent flavor. It remains, but it's somehow pleasant, almost delicious when complemented by garlic. Being rich in iron, olive goat is supposedly good for you, but its texture and taste leave a lot to be desired. Which is why I've always loathed the stuff. How ironic you should choose me of all people to sample you. Wait a minute. This is another one of Guildmaster's schemes to nurse me back to health, isn't it? That interfering. I said I would take better care of myself, didn't I? Apparently he thinks he knows better. At any rate, it has nothing to detract from your achievements. You've made me change my mind about olive goat, and that's no small coup. No chef in my native Walda would have gone to such lengths to make the meat appealing. They would have dismissed it as lowly fare, unworthy of their time. Waldan cuisine is a true product of life in the Sultanate, you see, rife with pomp and pretense. I began my career there, but soon grew weary of all the charlatans masquerading as gourmands. To hear them speak, one would assume that gold leaf was an essential part of every meal. That's why I came to Limsa the Minza. Thank the gods I did. Here, the people's love of cuisine is simple and pure. It shows in the dedication of our guild members. Not a day goes by that I do not count myself fortunate to have been given the opportunity to work alongside fine culinarians like you. Thank you. That's very kind to say. Alright, I think we're done being a chef for a little bit. Although we never really were a chef, we were more of a sous chef, which basically means you're only allowed to cut up vegetables. Let's go and check out the Armorer's Guild. The level 25 quest? Were you able to prize anything useful out of Blacksmithing? What did he have to say? Dampening the flames in our forges, a familiar refrain. That stubborn old sod will never understand why his way is doomed to fail. Not that he's ever thought to question it. If we choose not to pass on our knowledge, all the techniques and methods we've perfected over God knows how long are destined to perish along with us. Blacksmithing bemoans the dampening of our forge's flames, while advocating a course which would see them extinguished altogether. And that is why I will continue to expose all of our initiates to as many facets of the craft as I can, until such a time as I die or am replaced. You yourself stand as a shining example of how effective this approach can be. I'll not force the issue, but you make a perfect champion for my cause. That said, Blanstair has apparently come to much the same conclusion. He submitted an order that asked for you by name. A single steel ingot. Being the difficult bastard he is, he doesn't want just any ingot. He wants an ingot of the purest steel, and that would require extra effort. So we need to be high quality. I'm sure I have a high quality steel. I think we made a bunch of them early on. And I can't go out that way. Weight feels right. Let's head inside and have a look, shall we? I knew you were up to the task, lass. You can't forge steel much purer than that. It's common enough material, of course, and one no self-respecting armorer should have any trouble working. But it's the quality of these common materials that makes the difference between crafting a workaday piece and a masterpiece. No matter how shiny you polish it, your work will never be more and mediocre if the stuff you make it from is second-rate. Any road I can see, you've already learned that lesson. I swear, every time I pass across, you're twice the armorer you was before. And yet, Hananza has a talented lass like yourself tidying up after her bungling, bloody novices, instead of giving them the freedom to master your craft. Makes my blood boil, it does. If our guild's to survive, it's got to be able to serve its customers' needs. Any buggers don't contribute to keeping the roof over our heads don't deserve to work under it. I have naught but respect for ye. You're the kind of armorer this guild needs more of. But tell me true, are you really content to waste your career wiping the arses of Hananza's squalling babes? Your talent's being buried under a mountain of mediocrity, and it's high time you did something about it. As to what, that's for you to decide. And we can do our level 30 quest too. Yay! The woman whose name is on everyone's lips. In case you didn't know, the entire guild seems to be holding its breath, waiting to see which side you'll come down on. The popular opinion is you're ready to take up with a Blanstair. I have no such concerns, of course. Had you resolved to distance yourself from me, we'd not be having this conversation. It does not change the fact that your allegiance remains a subject of public debate, one which threatens the unity of the guild. Please dispel our colleagues' unfounded anxiety by demonstrating your affiliation in a manner none may doubt. I would have you accept a commission of a valued client on my behalf. That would serve as proof of both my faith and of your support for the guild. How would you like to try your hand at crafting a suit of steel chainmail? The order comes from a resident of Costa del Sol, an extremely wealthy and discerning gentleman who will accept nothing less than the finest quality armor. As you can imagine, his patronage is of great value to the guild. I need hardly add I would not entrust this commission to an armorer, in whom I had aught less than the utmost faith. The client's maidservant, Nortabib, will supply you with the finer details of the order. She is at the Fisherman's Guild. It got foggy! Look at this weather! Wow! It just completely shut down. I'm going the wrong way. What kind of armor are you looking for? Greetings and salutations. What an honor it is to meet another of Limsa the Minza's famed artisans. I'm sorry, a commission? Oh, there seems to be some confusion. I'd already entrusted my master's commission to a veteran craftsman of your esteemed organization. You're acquainted with Blandster? His reputation precedes him, you see, and I saw little reason to doubt that a man of his experience should be assigned the task. I don't mean to suggest that you... I merely sought to justify my own misapprehension. Regrettable though this may be, I would hesitate to shame your colleague by stripping him of his commission, given all the sterling work he's done for us in the past, I mean. I can well imagine you're loath to return to your superior empty-handed. Assuming the finished armor is of exceptional quality, my master will provide full remuneration, regardless of the hand that forges the links. Go discuss it with Lansdale. Whoa. Quit undermining our guild leader. If it ain't Henanza's lapdog. I heard about your little show of allegiance. I suppose Nautrovib told you I snatched that commission from right under your nose, did she? Seems we got ourselves a thorny little predicament. I ain't about to hand the job back to you on a silver bleeding platter. I don't mean I don't want you to give up either. This is the perfect chance to find out who's the better armorer, to see which of us has walked the right and proper path. A contest of skill. Whichever of us crafts the finer suit of chainmail gets the job. Remember, this bloke pays good coin for a reason. He wants the best. He ain't about to sell for less. Not that I'll have to, of course. Your armor need to be bloody flawless to be better than mine, so our mate will be getting his money's worth no matter what happens. When you're ready, bring your armor back here. Okay, what am I making? Steel chainmail. We're at Mithril. If we can find some. That's scale mail. Heavy steel. Steel chainmail. Which we've made one of already. We need 3 steel rings. Didn't quite get the procs for that one. And then we get an extra one right there, of course. Can we maybe convert this into healing? No. Yeah, we can. Okay, so heal. And then do hasty touches. Perfect. Easy craft. Right then, let's have a look, shall we? By Beergut's beard, where'd you learn to forge links like that? It's bloody perfect. Rauger himself would struggle to stick a dagger through that steel. Look at that luster. Strength and beauty in equal goddamn measure. Hernandez should be praising the builder for dropping a gift like yourself in our lap. You won fair and square, yea. I'll not bother to lecture you no more. I'll take your beauteous bloody chainmail to Northview myself and let her know who it was as crafted it. That's an old tradition among us armorers, in case you didn't know. The loser of these contests gets the job of delivering the victor's goods. Gloat while you can, lass. You just joined Hernandez at the top of my list. This ain't over, not by a long shot. Unfortunately, we need to mess with our chest again and find another space. So this can get pulled out. I guess this can get pulled out, right? Because we're not going to have any low-level crafters anymore. Alright, and then in our inventory, we got that new chest. Where is it? Our sort. This one. Alright. And we're level 34 now, but so maybe we have a blacksmithing quest while we're right next to them. Yeah, the level 25 one. You come a long way since you first joined up, lass. Some smithies might be content to eke out a living selling cheap tools and weapons, but not you. You won't be satisfied till you're the best, am I right? That's the stuff. Always seeking to better yourself. I respect that. If you've no motivation, it's only a matter of time before your work starts to suffer. Your customers start looking elsewhere. Folks start whispering your best days are behind you. Your wife runs off with a goddamn merchant. And next thing you know, you're just another poor sod drowning his sorrows at the wench. But that won't happen to you, will it? I'm not even married. You produced quality work back when we had to deal with them tree folk, and now I need you to do the same again. You're after another big contract, you see? There's a bloke in town who's looking to buy a boatload of steel, but he won't place an order till he's sure we can deliver first-rate stuff. Okay, so just a high-quality steel, which we have plenty of. I'm assuming you're here to deliver the steel. Know this, if it's not first rate, I won't present it to the client. Very well. Inside, Smith. Quite how you learned to smelt excellent steel, I don't know. But I do know it had naught to do with your wretched mentor's teaching. Harder than mere iron, yet not so rigid as to be unworkable. Can I have an easy to determine the exact quantity of bomb ash required to achieve such balance? Speaking of which, how did you acquire the ash? Don't tell me you went and slew the void-sent fiend yourself. The markets are hardly a reliable source, I know, but risking death in fiery explosion is beyond reckless. If that's what it took, I admire your dedication. I suspect your Forge Master will soon be receiving some good news. I only hope he remembers to toast your name when he adjourns to the wench to celebrate. Let's push up to 30. We're like so close. What can we craft? Looks like everything needs walnut lumber. Which we can make easily enough. How about a tool for ourselves? A higher quality hammer. So, let's make some walnut lumber. And our carpenter. If I can. There it is, walnut lumber. Just go ahead and make a ton of it. Well, we can make a ton of it ourselves. It'll be faster. It'll be probably a little slower, but it'll be better extra for time. So wait, let's look at that. For our normal, it's 1246. That's 4,000. High quality. Okay, high quality really matters. It's probably worth going slow just for the chance of turning into high quality. Even though I can't 100% it. Like that. Well, even low quality, it's still 5,000. I guess it's based on the percent chance, not the actual outcome. That makes sense. That makes sense. That really rewards you for paying attention. For trying to get high quality. That does mean that when you get lucky, you don't get the full benefit. Interesting trade-off there. Missed an excellent. But I had to. There wasn't any quality left. Any durability left. That was a terrible one. Just did not want to proc at all. This one was just as bad. Terrible. One thing that I greatly enjoy about the crafting system is that you start every single craft at full CP. It's not like in Gathering. In Gathering, you spend gathering. Oops, I screwed that up. You spend gathering points on like a particular gather. So like you'll make it so you have a really good gathering attempt, and then you won't be able to have points for like the next 5, 10, 20 or so. And you have not even that much. It's basically, because it carries over, you end up having to get you end up getting a really good one, and then you have to wait. Whereas this one, with crafting, you can every single time you can put your full effort into it. You don't have to craft a bunch of useless things in between, or wait between crafting attempts for your CP to recover, which would be worse. Perfect. Now I'm not gonna sit here and craft these forever, but we're getting some good XP, so I'm not gonna complain. Excellent. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that, but... As long as we got one good proc, we have a good chance of being able to high quality it. If we don't, we're just like less than 40, or 42%, I should say, exactly 42%. Like this one. Not one proc. 42%. But we got lucky. We did get a bonus XP for that, even though it was low. I bet I could be doing better than I am if I spent more time waiting. Like, we're ending up with lots of CP left over. But I'm not inclined. I'd rather just craft more stuff. Did I waste a good proc? I think I did. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I think our first action would have been a good proc, and I synthesized during it. Excellent. Now this is where I need to wait, because it's not quite ready, and I can't craft more. I can't synthesize more. There. Let's see what else we can craft. I'm tired of... let's go ahead and quick synthesize the rest of these out. And let's see what else we can make for our carpenter. I'm sure there's useful things about. Oak lumber. Once we have some oak, we can make some of that. A walnut fishing rod. I don't have a branch. Steel rivets. I can make one of these right now. What are they, by the way? They're crafting boots. And a grinding wheel we can make right away. Maybe something down here. I probably have an antelope horn back in our on our girl. Here, I can make one of these though. A steel halberd. Oops, wasted a good prep. My bad. Make one of these. Suddenly I'm doing all this carpentry. I mean, I intended to come here and do some blacksmithing. I guess it all works out. This probably doesn't need to be high quality. There we go. Level 3. Okay, now let's put all that gear into our armory. Okay, this wasn't about being a carpenter. We were trying to be a blacksmith. We just needed some walnut. Good deal. A steel mortar, we can make one. Hmm. 96% is good enough. Probably. Temper, temper. Alright, let's take this quest. Oh, see if I can equip anything first. Yes. Been waiting for you to come and see me, lass. Seems you got yourself an admirer, and I ain't talking about me neither. I'm talking about someone else. It was only a matter of time before folks started asking questions about who was responsible for the guild's recent changes and fortunes. You heard of Castel del Sol out in Bloodshore? Because that's where your new admirer lives. In case you don't know the place, it's a favorite resort of Ul'dah's rich and famous. Ah, that's right. I'm talking about one of them. Asked for you by name. Said they wished to commission the great Ye Tao Ren and no other. This could be your chance. Ain't every day you get invited to curry favor with such a wealthy bleeding client. At first, I thought it was just Birgat who was watching over you, but I'm beginning to think it was that two-faced bugger Nal Dal who might have taken an interest. Anyway, you'll do it, won't you? Of course you will. You'd be a bloody fool to refuse. You'll need to trouble that bastard Phasar for the details. Though it sticks in my throat to say it, I reckon you should probably thank the Chocobo's arse while you're at it. He's the one that made this happen. Hello. I trust you understand what an honor this is, as well as what's at stake. The client in question is a distinguished personage with tremendously high expectations. Should you fail to live up to them, it will reflect poorly on both you and your guild. As for myself, the last thing I need is a well-connected Ul'dah telling his associates not to buy your products. Miss Kasweeb arrive. I saw Miss Kasweeb arrive a moment ago. She is our client representative. I've heard a great deal about you, Ye Talren. As you may have heard, my master was captivated by the tales of your exceptional craftsmanship, and thought you the ideal candidate to undertake a commission. By way of introduction, my master's estate boasts the most spectacular gardens in all Costa del Sol. Its many botanical marvels owe much to the efforts of our chief groundsman, who has nurtured them since he was a lad. The dear old fellow has been with his family for generations now, and my master feels it's past time that his years of faithful service be recognized. What better way to honor the tireless efforts of one loyal servant than to prevent him an exquisitely wrought example of a tool of his trade? A plumed iron hatchet. Sure. That's a steel hatchet. You want a plumed iron hatchet. Nope. Not him. You. My, though I count myself no expert in such matters, even I'm sensible to this hatchet's quality. It's magnificent. Master Phasar's words do not do you justice. You're a veritable prodigy. Blah. I know how to talk. Your hatchet is more a work of art than a tool. When I run my fingers along its smooth leather grip and gaze upon its flawless, sparkling blade, I'm moved. It's a great shame to allow such a masterpiece to be used for mere gardening. But tools are made for a purpose. Mayhap as the blade dulls and the grip wears, it will gain a different sort of hue. But I'm beginning to sound like our chief groundsman. Such a gentle soul. I'm quite sure he will see the artistry in your creation. May it ever even serve to inspire him in his own craft. On behalf of my lord, I thank you. Pray give my regards to Master Phasar. Where is it? You certainly rose to the occasion. Expertly done, Smith. It seems Miss Kazviv has marked you out as a crafter of outstanding skill. If her master agrees with her assessment, this may well be the first of many. You have every right to be proud. I suppose your mentor will want to know what's transpired. I swear your talents are wasted serving that fool. You may tell him I said so if you wish. And there you are, lass. Well, tell us how it went, then. Nay, he said that, did he? Cheeky sod. Talking like he knows what it means to be a smithy. There ain't no one as knows better than me, and I've only ever wanted what's best for you. I still remember the day you walked in here, you know? It was clear to me even then that you've got a will of iron. Something in your eyes there was. Something that's told me you'd give your all to the craft. Not for coin or for fame, but for the sake of making something good. And that's just what we need around here. Don't let us down, Ye. Stick with us and we'll do right by you. Good deal. Alright, I think I'm going to stop here. This has been a very crafting heavy episode, and I apologize for that. We'll do something more exciting next time. But for now, thank you everyone for watching. Until next time.